I saw my son rubbing his stick, so I messed up by going to tell my child. 14. Male good night. This actually happened a few weeks ago, but I am now strong enough to tell the tale. Everyone else was asleep, and I wanted to pop into an area and tell my oldest good night before bed. I opened the door and instantly made eye contact. I noticed his eyes were twice the size of normal, almost in a cartoonish manner. Then I noticed his hand and what it was doing. For about a second, we were both frozen in a what to do state while staring at each other, and I shut the door and ran to bed thinking maybe he doesn't need a good night after all. I lay in bed thinking, my eyes debating on whether sleeping would remove this image in my brain or just using a Brillo pad directly to them would. I mean, who needs their vision anyway, right? Maybe it's my fault for not knocking. Maybe he should have locked the door. Maybe I should avoid him for the entirety of his continued childhood. The next day after work, I sit him down and asked if we should talk about the thing no one wants to talk about, and he responded with, "Please no." I told him it was okay, but it could have easily been anyone, including his younger siblings, and in the future, maybe lock the door or use a room with much better locks, like the bathroom. He looks embarrassed. I told him I wasn't sure what he was upset about, considering I was the one who had to boil my eyeballs to scour this vision from my memory, which of course gets him laughing. When it came time for me to tell him good night that night, I knocked loudly, slowly opened the door, knocked some more slowly, poked my head in, and knocked again. He was playing on his laptop and couldn't stop laughing. I'm glad he found so much humor in my actions and can feel unashamed in this situation. I will continue to knock until try to forget what I saw, but I don't think I'll forget how his eyes grew 3 times the size that night. It was like the Grinch's heart. I didn't think humans' eyes could get so big. All this being said, I love my kid and, well, everybody poops, so I'm not upset. I just live every day with a firm grasp on knocking from here on out. What would you do if your family would see you rubbing?
I just wanted to remind you to like and follow. It would help me a lot.